I'm just gonna drop stuff and pretend it's a mic. Come on, nothing's crashing. Mortgage Nerd here, talking again about how values aren't gonna crash and we're not gonna see this tsunami of foreclosures and doomsday is not coming in the real estate market. So let's look at a couple charts. This one shows the average appreciation of homes, about 5% a year. It shows you the craziness right before 2008 when values spiked and then they crashed and they went under that line. You can see that happening there. But I also want you to notice something. Each of the gray lines, the vertical lines, is a recession. How many times did values drop during a recession? Look closely. Once, another time was flat, yet people think values are gonna drop. People think there's gonna be 1 million foreclosures, even though we have the lowest interest rates in history. Let's look at the rates in history compared to recessions. Again, vertical lines are recessions. Look at those rates. Notice how the steady decline in interest rates over the last few decades. So yeah, I mean, look, there is something crazy that's happening here. How much lower can we go? There's something called the liquidity trap. And I learned that in economics, and that's something Japan has been going through for decades. Because how much lower can you go? Japan has 100-year mortgages because they just can't drop their interest rates anymore. And they live generationally, multiple generations in a property because it's a 100-year mortgage. Will we head that way? It's possible, who knows? But right now you could take advantage with these crazy low rates. Watch my video on amortization. It's not just the purchasing power up front, it's the power you get in the back to build wealth. That every payment has a huge chunk going to principal, when before it was a tiny 16% of your payment went to principal. That means if your payment was $2,400, $400 would go to principal, $2,000 would go to interest on day one. It would take over 21 years for that to reach half and half. Now you can do it in like 21 months, 3-4 years, your payment is half and half. That's huge. It's called building wealth at an accelerated pace with a low payment, with values going up. I'm just gonna drop stuff and pretend it's a mic. Come on, nothing's crashing.